The Crystal Shard. Just for a quick reminder, we are streaming for Extra Life and are part of the Heroes Wanted Collective. You will find all that information in the doobly-doo down below. Now, Patrick, take it away.
Thank you very much, Stephanie. Welcome, everyone, to episode 10 of Legacy of the Crystal Shard. I am Patrick. I will be running the game tonight. Joining me are...
Well, howdy, folks. My name's Chris. I'm playing Radigan Conover, Artificer, Humble Man, and currently all hat and no...
Hi, everyone. I'm Tara. I'll be playing Sithrin, the champion Dragonborn fighter.
I am Brendan, and I will be playing the Great Ezekiel, a half-elven bard of the College of Law.
Nabil here. I'll be playing as Duma Bullstrike, a Minotaur barbarian following the path of the ancestral guardians.
Werecow. Excuse me.
Ian and I will be playing Augustus Gustantine. Come with me as we fade to black and white and explore ennui as a forge cleric of Moradin.
I'm Stephanie, and I'm playing Cassandra Bowman Whitaker, fangirl extraordinaire who is currently writing some really detailed fan fiction.
And last session, our heroes questioned the captive bandits and searched their cave, uncovering small items of treasure. They then fought Merrick and his phase spider, and in his possessions, they learned that there is someone trying to take over Bryn Shander's leadership role from Speaker Duvessa Shane, and they are the ones who seem to be in charge of the protection racket that Slim is running. You found in a note that there will be an event at the High Harvest Tide Festival where Duvessa Shane is going to attempt to keep her place on the council. And you sent Aglanel back to see Mithan and give her this information along with the 4 captives. You also, as a group, paid tribute to Aurel by sprinkling some gold coins on the ground. You made a fast march to Hengar's tribe, bypassing the towns, and along the way, Radigan and Duma have gained a point of exhaustion. As you were trekking across the tundra, you came upon a weeping and wailing white dragon with a dead body in a saddle on its back. It was crying and searching for a lost ring of its master. Duma and Gus both spotted the ring under a shrub in the snow, still attached to its master's dead arm. Duma picked up the arm while Gus distracted the dragon, until Duma waved the arm in the air, trying to let the group know the ring wouldn't come off the finger easily. Spotting this, the dragon lifted Duma up to the saddle so Duma could place the arm/ring in the master's lap. But Duma panicked and threw the arm away, which bewildered and hurt the dragon's feelings. She flew off, and you could hear her questioning and talking to her master about how little creatures could just be so rude and unforgiving as she flew away. And we pick up as you are watching her just disappear more and more into this bright blue and white sky and eventually vanish from your sight.
Duma, you are a cow!
Damn it, Duma!
Radigan, get off of me, you brute!
Huh?
Remember you
I'm
tackled
already.
me last time.
Yeah, I'm off. I'm 10 feet away, right here. See?
No, you were like totally anime on top of me, though.
Giggity.
I disagree with this particular fan fiction.
I think it is a fun fact.
So, as a player, I'm super disappointed because I actually know who that dragon is. I'm just like, fuck, I
Yeah,
missed
so
this
did
dragon!
I.
One from the never-ending story, right?
Ha 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 ha, no.
That is,
No, I
and
do- it was the horse.
Hengar told you it was Arvientorus, the mad dragon of the north. And as you guys look around and dust yourselves off and sort of thank your lucky stars over what happened, you look over and realize that Hengar is in the midst of a discussion with what appears to be a giant elk.
Ooh.
And you see him sort of nodding and sticking his large axe in the ground, and he sort of takes a knee, and you see him raise his hand and sort of run it across the muzzle of this elk, which then turns and bounds and springs back across the tundra.
That's
Animal
very
messenger.
impressive.
That a friend of yours, mister?
Well, it is it is not necessarily a friend, but it is a fellow user of the tundra, and our shaman Mjolnir sent me a message through him letting us know that we are too late, and the tribe of the bear has taken some of our folk to Evermelt.
Where's that?
He sighs and he turns and he points off to the east and says, "It is about 20 miles that way. We are at least a day and a half away, and we will meet Fulnor. She is the best tracker in our tribe, and she has been sent with 12 warriors to go meet us there. If we push on, we should be able to meet up with her sometime tomorrow afternoon before we reach the hot spring."
Now I do like the sound of that there hot spring, mister. Let's get a move on.
Oh my god, is this gonna be our onsen episode?
What's an onsen?
Japanese
Don't worry.
hot, the hot springs.
It's an anime thing.
Hengar says it is a very special place for all the tribes. The water stays warm through the winter and provides sustenance for those who are out hunting and tracking. It is also a great feat. One of our tribe members, well over 100 seasons ago, killed the dragon Icing Death there. So it is a place of great importance to our tribe, and the tribe of the bear have no right to be there. I don't know why they are so far away from the glacier itself.
Well, then let us push on, all right?
Just give us a moment. Me and this silly beast over here need to sit down and pray to Moradin, and I will look expectantly at
Duma just shuffles through the snow. It's like, I don't know what's the big fuss these pink skins are making about.
and I am going to start prayer of healing. But Duma, for this to work, you have to be included. Every time I point at you, you say, "Praise Moradin," the whole time. Huh?
Yeah, I don't think Werecow's going to go down for that.
Just gonna make
Yeah.
me say praise Moradin for 10 minutes.
Let's
I
say
will
10.
not get hurt. Praise Moradin. I will not attack dragons. Praise Moradin. I will not.
Is this the version of 10 Hail Marys?
Yes, that is exactly what I was going for.
To me, it's basically in a classroom and writing down on the chalkboard, "I will behave in class."
Yes, that's exactly what I'm asking. You okay with that?
Duma would rather lick his own wounds.
Are you sure we can do the prayer? The prayer takes two, though.
Fine, but I'll be saying it in my head. I won't be saying it out loud.
No, it must be out loud. Moradin must hear it. It is a ritual.
Oh no, I suddenly developed a certain case of laryngitis. Cough, cough. Alright, fine, I'll say it for however long you want.
All right, and we will do the Bart writing on the chalkboard.
The Hail Mary thing.
So, 15 healing. Or do you have to?
Cool.
Does everybody roll themselves?
You roll
Nope,
once.
you roll. All right. So after a little, I say Moradin, you say healing session takes place. The rest of you are able to, strap your snowshoes back on, and Hengar leads you out back across the tundra now you are cutting right across the backside of Kelvin's cairn. And Cassandra, roll me a d20, see how the weather goes this afternoon.
Spring break.
With a 17, the weather, dips and gets incredibly cold as you guys are moving across the tundra. The wind picks back up and just blows right through you. But you are able to maintain a pretty good pace as the wind is at your back, and the snows don't come, even though the clouds are threatening. I will say, following a very determined Hengar, you guys are able to, breach the lower edges of Kelvin's cairn and start circling around it. And he leads you on some vaguely marked paths, and tells you that this is clear. The dwarves usually patrol, but if we need to keep moving, I would like to just keep going as far as we can through to the evening. How is everybody feeling? And can everyone roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh man, I already got one exhaustion.
18.
Oh, I'm a bit
Ooh.
tired. Why
Oh,
is she? Why is she always so happy? It's like she bounces on top of the snow.
Well, I have my snowshoes and love and knowledge in my heart. La 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 la.
And Augustus, you pick up 1 point of exhaustion as well as you are climbing up these small sort of hills and valley, little gullies around Kelvin's cairn. Even with exhaustion, you guys did quite well with that. Cithrin, you can feel the breath in your lungs, and your lungs are burning, but you just are on the good side of a point of exhaustion.
I'm fine.
Duma
Let's
got
carry
lucky.
on, everyone. With our great story is before us.
And at this point, over the wind, I will say that with your passive perception of 16, Ezekiel, you start to hear the sound of angryish voices. And you can pick out that it is clearly Dwarven that you are hearing, but it sounds like you are hearing, if not an argument, a very loud and pointed discussion with at least 3 or 4 voices giving opinions. And you can tell as you are rounding one of the curves, you can make out this, the bright red dwarven sort of beards. And you see a whole bunch of sort of snow being kicked around. And just as you pass around the corner, you can see that there are a handful of dwarves. And as you are getting closer and closer, you can start to sort of pick out words. Who among you speaks Dwarven?
Radigan does.
Yeah, I do too.
All right. Yeah, you two can clearly tell that there is a very loud discussion going on, and you see that there are 5 dwarves that have come down one of the pathways of the cairn here as you guys have been sort of zigzagging and traversing your way up. And they are all having, the 4 in front are having a very animated discussion about which direction they should be going towards and how this patrol needs to be more on guard and it should be going right or left. And you see the 5th one in the back is just kind of standing there and rolling his eyes. What would you guys like to do as you come around the bend? And as they see you, as you guys sort of roll up and roll around, you can see they all just kind of stop and sort of, as a group of 4, all sort of turn towards you and just sort of eye you up and just say, "Who's passing through the cairn?"
You want to
Ezekiel will wave.
Do you want me to speak with them? I know their ways.
I think that would be a lovely idea. You are always, you have a way with words. truly. And I will inspire Gus.
Ah, thank you. I will step up. Bring my cart with me. Here we go. Gentlemen, we are just passing through, and blessings unto Moradin for you. If you like, before we pass through, I could stop and give you a service, huh?
And they all, as a group, sort of look at you and just say, we don't need your help. We've got everything that we need here, but thank you. And if you worship Moradin, you're at least on the right side. What are you, coming to the cairn or passing by the cairn?
Passing through. That was right. We're passing through, right? We're going past, and we're not actually trying to go to the Dwarven City, or are we?
No,
I can't
we're
recall
passing.
now.
We're
We're
passing,
passing by. We're going to his place.
Yeah,
We're
you're
going to
passing. You're
Hagar's place.
passing. Yeah, you're passing by the cairn on your way to Evermelt.
Okay, so yeah, we are on our way to Evermelt on a mission of Melcy.
Whose mercy are you seeking?
Oh, yes, please. Oh, wait, no, it's thank you is Merci. Damn it, I ruined the joke. We are going with our friend here to return him to his village.
And they will look and say, and you hear them once again just sort of talk amongst themselves, and they're like, I don't know if we should trust them. I think they're here for trouble. What do you, and
Are
you
they
see the
speaking
one in
Dwarven
the,
right now?
they are speaking Dwarven. They've gone from speaking.
Moradin does have ears, my friends, and we are just peaceful. I could introduce you to our party.
And they will turn and look at you and just say, what's your business?
Our business was what I said. We are just trying to get our friend home. Perhaps do some ministering in the name of Moradin along the way. Perhaps you've heard of me. I do travel this area a lot. I am Augustus Constantine.
And the first one will turn around, and one of the ones, the one in the back that appears to be a little calmer, will just sort of nod and just say, I've heard of him. He's a smith who travels the lands. And then the one in the front, he will draw off of his back this black bladed double axe, and he will just say, "Yeah, Smith, what do you think of this weapon made from black ice by Beric Hammerstone himself? Isn't it beautiful?"
It is.
And he just sort of is turning it in his hands as he's saying this to you, and you can see as you're looking now that the three others also have these sort of black bladed weapons.
Well, my friends, they are very fine and excellent weapons. As a smith, I am more in tune with metal and wood. Um, Perhaps a bartender would know more about ice. And that's in a joking way, like I'm kind of, rubbing them in the ribs.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh, gonna find that. There we go. Oh, and I have inspiration, right?
You can add a d6 if you don't like the roll.
That's an okay roll.
I'd add a d6.
All right, I got told.
They look at you, and two of them in the back kind of guffaw and just sort of chuckle. But the one in the front who's spinning his weapon just says, I bet you've never seen anything like it. I bet you would love more than nothing to get your hands on one of our fine dwarven black ice weapons. But that's not to be at all. And
My friend, you would win half of that bet.
And at that point, the one in the back just says, enough, let him pass. Let's just let him go. And he will sort of, wave you guys along and just say, things have been tense here between Beric and Stokely, who's our leader. And you can see a couple of the dwarves sort of eye each other and sort of shrug as he says this. And he just says, "But travelers, long days, pleasant nights. Move along to you, please."
And the blessings of Moradin on you and your men,
I
as
would.
well as your beautiful black ice weapons.
Did they look like they were entranced, like they were a little too obsessed with their black ice weapons?
Give me an insight check.
I'd love to detect magic on the weapons, but I don't speak Dwarvish.
Well, hold on there, son. Let's talk a little bit more about that when we get to.
Insight, you can tell they're very pleased and proud of the weapons. You don't necessarily get a sense of enchanted or anything off of it, but very prideful.
When we're out of earshot of the dwarves, I'll tell Cassandra it is where I come from. They're called bazaar ninjas. They go to the bazaar and buy the most
Oh my god.
fancy blinged out weapon ever.
And as you guys pass, Radigan, as you pass, a couple of the dwarves notice the black ice clasp that you have on your cloak. And
I was about to say that I am being extremely careful to not have that out.
Ooh, give me a sleight of hand check if you're going to try and cover it up.
Yeah, and that's going to be guidanced, because I don't like this. Where's my slide? Oh shit! 1d45.
It's a little bit big.
19. I am super awesome at yeah. So it's 19.
You fold your cloak sort of over and tuck everything down, and you send your turret sort of walking by to capture their attention, and you are easily able to sort of tuck it away and walk past them with it. And with that, you guys make your way sort of along this circular edge of the cairn and then back down sort of closer into the tundra. And who's got a survival proficiency?
I got a 5.
I've got a 3. But
Duma has a survival, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I got survival of 3.
I got survival.
It is no problem, friends. You can follow me. Follow in my hoof step. Oh, not bad.
Yeah, with a 15, you find a passable place to make camp for the evening. Actually, as it's a check, that would be a 9. So I'll say it's going to be, with Hangar and everybody else, it'll be a straight roll, so I'll give you the 15. So yeah, you find a passable place to make camp for the night. But with the wind sort of picking up and being just horrific through the evening, it takes you guys a little while to get your tent set up. And give me a group survival check, please.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, reverse to that.
Ooh, balls.
I pull Ezekiel's butt into the tent when we're done. Like, get in here, you're gonna freeze.
All right, and with Hengar, you guys have a group success. That is a 4 to a 3. So you are able to make a fairly decent camp for the evening. You are able to use the flint that you got from the goblins on your way up to Bryn Shander, and it comes out with a bright green flame as it sort of warms through the night. And Hengar, takes off for about 40 minutes and comes back with some small game and a couple of, birds that he is able to roast over the fires for you. And with that, you guys are able to bed down for the evening.
Excellent.
As we bed down for the night, Gus will chime in. They say the screams of the wind is actually the voice of demons, and the language is long dead, but calls for man to leave the tent and walk out into the cold to die.
And then Radigan will leave the tent.
See,
he's-
just like that.
Yes. He's gonna go over to the Great Ezekiel's tent and show him
Ezekiel
his
bunks alone.
Yeah.
You are
no.
such an enigma.
He's gonna show his he's gonna hand him his clasp and say, "Want to check out some of this black ice? There's your example, sir."
Right, I will cast Detect Magic on the black ice.
All right. You detect no magic coming off of it.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yes, give me an Arcana check.
It's what I'm good at. Ha ha ha!
From the tales that you read while you were studying at the host tower in Luskan, you recognize that's how I've heard it pronounced by Chris Perkins. I always thought it was Lust.
Me too.
Yeah,
And Chris Perkins is Canadian.
yeah, that is true. But you've read some stories about the great battle that took place up in this area of the world. And you heard about something called the Crystal Shard, which appeared to also be some sort of black stony item of some sort. But, you know, it was long destroyed and long lost. But that's what this sort of black stone makes you think of.
What was that,
And-
sorry?
So you remember in your readings you heard about what was a wizard who tried to take over the northern area, and what was giving him his power was this black, some sort of black stone item that he carried that made this great crystal tower, but was considered long destroyed when he was defeated.
I will let everyone know about this, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it could be a relic. It could be a collector's item.
I do know that wizard. I believe his name was Molson. Molson and his black ice.
Is there a light
Radical-
source in here? Did we bring one in here? Because I'm just seeing black.
It's the
That
black
is
ice. It's
weird.
got you.
Also, I clicked the blue thing and now I have playing cards on my screen.
Yeah.
Is that your sentry?
Stephanie had a card.
I
and
don't
then
I don't
have the
know what
option to-
happened. Don't blame me. All of a sudden I got a card and I picked a card.
You guys can't see that map. That's weird.
I can
It's
see
just
it.
a regular
Everybody
old
else
map.
can see it. Just
I
Sithrin.
can.
I'm right here.
I
I
see
mean-
black. I think Duma also
There
sees
are, however,
nothing.
2 Hedgars. I'm a little concerned by that.
No, I see. Now
I
I
see
see trading
Sithrin.
cards. But I can see the map where we are. The thing that I was pointing at the bottom left corner.
Oh, that
all I
black
see is the
square.
black
That's
square.
yeah, no, that's just to size the map.
All right, then.
so why are
matches
there
the
Sorry,
grid.
then never mind.
Hangars? I don't like that
Sorry.
there's 2 Hangars.
Yeah, I do.
So I just see Cithrin's token in a field of black.
This
Brandon's
is where we lost.
That's weird. Your token has sight. There
that's
is
odd.
nothing but light on this map. Well, this is the opposite. I mean, usually Tara sees everything.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one who sees everything, and we don't.
So there, I just put you as emitting
Would it
light
help if
90
she-
feet.
Would it
Still
help
nothing.
if she deleted her icon and
reload.
then moved? Yeah, reload a new icon. Avatar. Icon?
Alright.
Avatar.
So
Either way, you're basically just close to tents. There's nothing terribly much to see. You've got your tents set up around the campfire, and Cassandra is letting you in on what she remembers of the great battle that took place up here in the northern regions, and the great battle that ended up just outside of Bryn Shander.
So I see that Cassandra's getting like all moony over Ezekiel, right?
Yes.
Take
I'm like
one spider
eyeballing
bite.
Give me an
her.
insight
I'm just
check.
like, well, as soon
One
as I look back
spider
in,
bite.
I'm like,
Bravely died for me. And then
I'm
I wrote
eyeballing
you
her. I'm just like, I ain't
myself.
going to be no nursemaid. I am not the keeper of the chastity belt here. Like, we're roommates, we're bunkmates because we're female. But like, yeah, I'm not guarding none of that.
Wait, are you telling me that?
Well, I'm more
That girl
thinking
ain't
it to
right.
myself. I'm not saying this to you yet. I don't want to encourage anything, but I'm just thinking to myself, just like, I ain't doing this shit.
Oh, but
I ain't going to
Slytherin.
be no like old guardian nursemaid.
Oh, but Slytherin, it's so cold. We better huddle together for warmth.
Not
Radigan's
in this
just gonna-
tent.
Radigan's just gonna go back to cooking up a mean.
Huzzah! I can see now.
The Great Ezekiel will offer to share a tent with Hengar, actually.
Hengar just looks at you and just goes, "Tent? I
To
will sleep
keep out of the wind.
Oh, come on, they would have tents.
He says, "We have tents. I will." And you see him. He just goes and pulls some brush and says, "I usually just fashion a small lean-to. I will join you in your tent. It's not made of skin, though. It's just made of a fabric. It keeps you warm."
A little. Better than a small lean-to.
He nods in agreement and just says, fair enough."
It has walls and a roof.
Mine has central heating. As I button up and turn on the forge.
The only fire that I have, unfortunately, is fairy, so I can't do much in terms of heating.
Oh, don't worry. I think the great Ezekiel is going to get plenty of heat tonight.
You better be careful about that forge business there. I heard terrible stories about people letting forges inside of enclosed spaces and not waking up the next morning.
Oh, I have been doing this for years. I have a system, huh? Watch this, and I will show him the bellows that I have set up. I did actually think about all of that when I was making a northern-themed, I don't know, what's the word? Tramp character? Because he's kind of a tramp.
I am.
Hobo. You're looking for the word hobo.
Hobo and tramp is the same thing, but a hobo
No,
is...
it isn't.
Gus is the biggest hobo.
I am sure Augustus has figured out a way to vent all of that stuff out of his tent without burning himself down.
More monoxiding himself.
Has he?
There is
though?
a way to do it. There is
Yeah,
a way.
igloos are set up to do it.
Yes,
He
it's
might
called
not be
doing it.
French. It might be this, which gives him the accent.
That's why I'm so paranoid.
It's called like setting your forge up outside or in a well ventilated area.
Well, it actually just probably has a chimney going up and out. Plus some fresh air coming in. You're all set.
Hold on, that's my sending stone.
No, that's Campbell calling in.
Nope, that was Gus's carbon monoxide detector.
Oh,
Right. Are you
Okay.
guys all going to sleep?
Yes, but not
watches.
until after, I write another chapter in my magical fan fiction book.
The Great
Radigan will
Ezekiel
take
will
the-
take the first watch.
I am not
With
proofreading
Radigan.
that.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
not right.
I mean-
This is all my studies. And deep down, you just see over. This is my OC. No copying. Copied without permission.
Radigan will take the third watch then.
Well, let's double up on watches because there's no reason
I'm gonna
not to.
insight that.
I
I
mean,
believe her.
I'll sit outside the tank and take tent And
Me and
take
Duma first watch.
whatever watches. Yeah.
And then
I'm gonna sleep beside the tent flap.
What do
Okay.
you mean?
So she can run.
All right. So first watch, Ezekiel and Duma. Roll
I'll
me
join.
perception check.
20.
Perception.
And I'm not at disadvantage.
I
Both
am.
with, like,
So,
20.
so
Con save.
yeah, my worst is not that worse.
No, still a 12. With that, I mean, the wind dies down slightly through the night, and as you two are the ones outside, you are joined by, Cassandra after a while. But Cassandra, your attention is distracted, and you are not watching too much. And it is only, I don't know, probably an hour after the sun has set here when the sky lights up above you with these sort of beautiful streaming yellows and oranges as the northern lights sort of dance about and play. But other than that, your first watch passes by quietly.
Nice.
Duma, do you need a tent? Is that why you were here?
Well, yes.
All right, we can squeeze in. You get that side of the forge, I get this. Do
I
not
put a sword.
press, do not press your buttocks against the forge thinking it will warm you.
I
It
put a
will
sword
burn you.
between us.
No,
I put a sword between us.
There's a forge between us.
Oh, there's a forge. Okay, that's absolutely fine.
All right, Hengar will take the second watch.
Yeah, so I'll go on second watch with Hangar.
Let's all go to the forge.
Perception?
Perception check.
Boop.
Yeah, you see, a few small hares and other creatures sort of moving through the night, and you watch, sort of Hengar kind of tracking them. And, after about, sort of a half hour, he kind of nervously looks at you and just says, Are you always cold as a dragon?
No, my particular brand tends to have a resistance to the cold. I don't feel it as my companions do.
That is helpful up here. Do you breathe ice?
I just kind of grin at him, and then I tilt my head back, and I like blow a stream of like frost into the air.
You see his eyes widen, and he almost looks like just a young boy and almost a child at that point, and he just looks at you and just says, "That is very cool."
I can't do it often, but it does come in handy on occasion. And I just ask him questions about, hey, just asking me what was life growing up like on the plains as a nomad and all that kind of stuff.
And he'll tell you, he talks about how he's not, one of the great hunters or, trackers of his tribe. That is not his job, but, he is more one of the fighters, but he understands the need to still deal with, people in the cities. So it was his job as a youth to go and do some of the trading and talking. But, he regales you with his sort of love of the open sky and being outdoors, and he can't imagine the people there that live inside these stone buildings.
Yeah, Sithrin was kind of not understanding Label, just kind of like all the way to time trading like war stories and stuff.
Yeah, and as you tell him some of your tales of being on a boat and on the ocean, his again he's just sort of entranced, and he's like, I would love to see a world of water for a little while, but every time I get on a boat, I feel.
Yeah, it takes a while to get used to that.
And so you guys pass the second watch, and everything ends quietly. And after a while, you pass off to the third watch, which is Radigan. And
I guess me.
all
Am
right,
I the only one left? I will come out after throwing a whole load of oats onto a pot on the forge to cook for breakfast. We'll come out. What? Lauren just gave me a look, and I don't know what I did.
You know what you did.
I don't. This time I don't. But normally I do know
You
what
know
I did.
Lauren's got a problem with oats.
If you don't know, we're not going to
Oats
tell you.
killed
Oh,
Lauren's
the
family.
horseman eating oats was the joke. Okay. Anyway, so I will step out and I will come up to Cithrin and Hengar and pass them a bottle of wine and go, your watch is over. Go relax.
I will accept the wine and trundle off and invite Rhaegar to finish it off before he turns in.
Yeah, Hengar will look and say, "No, we have a long way to go tomorrow." And he'll look at both Gus and Radigan and just say, "I hope you won't be too tired. Rest
Oh, no.
is a weapon."
I feel mighty rested up actually.
If we do a watch, do we not get our exhaustion point back, or do we?
Oh, you will. Yeah, you can do a watch and still get a full rest.
Hengar, my
He's
friend,
more warning you about drinking.
I will
Oh, no.
show you this beautiful, fine-grained, dark, aromatic powder that you just put with a little water, and it picks you right up in the morning. They call it an espresso.
All right, roll me perception checks as you guys discuss that. All right, Radigan, you catch just the slightest bit of movement as your eyes are sort of tracking across the snow and watching the sort of dancing lights across the sky sort of fade out and what catches your eye as you are looking is a very, very large owl that is sort of resting at the sort of top of some of these scrub trees, and you can just sort of looking and eyeing you guys as it sort of watches you around the sort of embers of your fire.
Patrick,
Yes,
we had a small-sized character. Would that have tried to carry them off?
sure would have.
Nice.
Radigan will just look right back at the owl.
Ooh.
Stare right at it.
No, what? What are you looking at? Wait, who said that?
Tip his hat and say, "Howdy, partner."
Oh, is that enough to see the owl? Okay.
He rolled a 24.
Oh, no, I mean, does him talking to the owl point out the owl
Oh,
to
yeah.
me, or is he just talking to a tree right now?
No, you can eventually make out the owl that is sort of in there as well, and just sort of watching you guys as the sun comes up, and then it picks up and flaps its wings and flies.
Can we, before it flies off, I'll go into my supplies and pull out like a strip of dried meat and toss it to it, like.
Yeah, you toss it in the air and it flies out and just, it disappears in mid-flight as it sort of engulfs it and turns away.
Ain't that a cute little thing?
And then as it flies down, you see it immediately scoop down and it, grabs something out of the snow and then takes flight again.
Does that, huh?
Radigan will use his use his cook's utensils proficiency and his guidance to whip up a mean morning coffee.
Morning what?
Morning coffee.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you've got some trail coffee. You guys have oatmeal, so you've got some warmth in your bellies as you get ready in the morning.
Mr.
And-
Ladigan, if you're preparing that coffee, please use my Centaur Plus.
Radigan will look down at that, kind of down the bridge of his nose at that, and just go,
It's clearly
I
a
think I'm-
French press.
Yes, we got it.
All
when
right.
Ezekiel wakes up and smells coffee, he will ask, "Did anybody make tea? Tea?" I much
I
prefer.
like tea.
I much prefer tea.
Oh, for God's sake.
There is hot water on the forge. You can make your tea, no problem.
There's hot water in the forge, and there's some leaves on that bush. Go for it.
No, I
Scissor's just
believe
gonna
those
pass out
were
with the bottle
for wiping.
All right,
Radigan, you're
Cassandra.
rude. Yes.
Sorry. It is morning. Roll me your portents.
Yes, the best part of
You
the
never
day.
used that one. I'm very disappointed. There was no reason to use the one.
There was no reason to, but I got a 6 and a 15. That's pretty good for me.
Best part of waking up is portents in your cup.
All right, you guys have your breakfast. Hengar will put out the fire, help you guys pack up your tents. You put on your snowshoes. Anything else you guys want to do before you head out?
Well, I'm just glad to be rid of the level of exhaustion.
Can I look over the waist while the wind goes through my hair and tail?
Yes. Yep, you look out across the tundra. The sun is rising, the wind is rising. So, yeah, everything sort of, your fur ruffles, your tail sort of flies out and flies behind you. And, it's pleasant for a little while. And then the snow starts to sort of sting. Roll me a d20 for the.
Me?
Yes. And are you wearing your eye shield?
Yes, I will have my. Pretty much my snow goggles are going to be on whenever the sun's up.
Yeah, because had you not been doing that, your eyes would be very sore. As the sun comes up, it is a blinding, blinding white. As the snow starts picking up, and it's turning into quite a squall with the wind and the snow, and it remains at your back. But Hengar sort of sighs and just says, "It will be hard today. We must make good time and go and meet Fulnor and get our people back from the tribe of the bear."
Well, let's get a move on then.
All right.
Yep,
And
strike camp.
you guys strike camp. You head out, leaving Kelvin's cairn to your south, and strike out across the tundra. And it is a quiet morning. You have no serious encounters on your way. The ground is hard packed beneath your feet. The wind remains at your back, so it is incredibly cold and chilling. But you are able to make very good time. And in the early afternoon, Hengar slows you and stops and just says, "We are close." And he points out, and you can see that there are some tracks that are very faintly still in the snow. And he says, "That is Fulnor and our people." And after about 45 minutes of following these tracks, you do come across a group of about 14 tribal warriors, all much like Hengar, who with their spears and in the way things are designed, and they are just sort of quickly stopped, and you see them drinking water and eating sort of dried meats and other items. And they are being led by this incredibly tall, like 6'4", long blonde-haired woman who has streaks of blue paint or dye of some sort across her face. And she hugs Hengar and just lifts him off the ground, and sort of eyes you all questioningly until Hengar sort of introduces you and just says, "This is Fulnor. She is the best tracker and hunter of our tribe." And you see a broad grin across her face. She says, these are the people you brought to fight along with us."
Radigan will tip his hat and say, "Howdy, ma'am."
That horse bow thing, I'll do that.
And when he introduces Ezekiel, he will minor illusion a very fancy version of his name above his head.
And
I do
with that,
believe
you see her eyes, open wide, and she's just like, "Oh, and you see the magic, sort of puts her off. And Hengar says, "Yes, they are strong with magic. They will be a great help."
I'll do what I can.
Wolf.
I just realized that Radigan might be a bit too polite and subdued for these people.
Don't worry, you will fit in fine.
You
No, this is rough, but fun.
And she will nod and just says, I trust Hengar's opinion. I hope you will fight well alongside us. And she turns and you see the other warriors that are there, and she looks and says, do you need a break? Are you ready to move on with us?
Yes,
I believe we are
ma'am.
all quite ready.
I
And
think
she
we're ready to
says,
go.
yeah, she says, Evermelt is not far. I would prefer we wait till night and then move in. But the rest of my people want to just go in and attack straightforward. What say you and your people, Hengar? And Hengar will turn to the rest of you and just sort of say, what do you prefer?
The tribe of the bear, are they mostly human?
Yes, they are. They are strong warrior fighters just like us. They are from further up north. They usually stay on the glacier and do their hunting there.
I think it may be wise for us to attack at night. And
How long-
Green Ezekiel
Yes.
looks at himself and at Cassandra and Duma and Gus and all of us
Duma
having
just
dark
has one.
vision.
I don't have
Yeah,
dark vision.
Centaurs
Duma
don't get
doesn't.
dark vision? What?
Duma doesn't.
Yeah,
Never
I wonder
mind.
why
Dark
they
vision.
do.
I thought both of you had dark vision.
Nope.
I think we should attack during the day.
What did the
So-
ranger say?
Question.
Fulnor, she says, as a hunter, she prefers to attack at night. Hengar also nods and says, I prefer a straight daytime fight, but I do not possess the skills that Fulnor has.
A covert
can find-
mission sounds great to me.
I could light them up some for us. I do have that power.
We will
Yes.
have far more success in the light of Moradun.
Are we going to have to vote?
Indeed. Seems like it.
Yes. I would vote for the nighttime.
So that's one for nighttime. Cassandra, what do you vote?
I said night
you guys are putting it in the
raid.
chat. Okay, that is 2 for night. Augustus says
3 for night.
3 for night.
So Sithrin doesn't have dark vision. Is there, if we do the night raid, is there something we can get for her to see, or will it be light up once shit starts going down?
I can light them up a little bit for us.
Then why not attack during the day? If we have to use lights to attack them,
No,
Why
I
not
can
just attack during the
light
day?
them up and not us.
It's better to approach at night. Their
All right, me
scouts won't
Me
be
and
able-
Doom are going to be a disadvantage, but okay.
me too.
So
And
yeah,
will-
so it's half and
Do-
half. Half of the group
Before
disadvantage if we do it at night.
But all of them
that
will
is
probably
true,
be.
but Duma just has a couple of questions before he casts his vote. But the direction we're going to, how long would it take to get there?
Fulnor looks up at the sky and the weather and she says, 2 hours. We will have an hour, maybe, of daylight when we arrive, but they should have a fire at night. That will give us some light to see them.
Okay, so
I would also
thinking,
assume
why
they
don't
will have people watching for us. They can't steal our people and not think that we're coming.
Also, why don't we attack instead of night or day? Why don't we attack a little bit before dusk? I mean, we'll have a little bit of light. We'll be able to see everything, and the glare from the sunlight is not going to blind most of us. And with enough light source, Sidrin and Duma, meaning myself, won't be at a disadvantage.
All
When
right,
it
sounds
comes
like
to-
Duma is going to be the swing vote. Do you want end of day just before night, or do you want night dusk? So it is going to be daytime going into. So there will still be light. Okay. With that, Fulnor nods and just says, "It will be a worthwhile battle either way." And she and the 12 warriors come and encircle all of you, and she bows her head, and you hear her praying just into for the earth and for her people, and just saying, "For the blood of the bear tribe that will be spilled, keep
Yep.
us safe, keep us protected."
I'll add a short prayer to Morden at the end of it.
And with that, she'll look around and just say, "Any other gods you wish to pray to?"
Very
I've got
pointed question.
Lady Luck is always somebody we should please.
I would,
Um,
instead of openly praying, because I know these guys don't like our role, I might just before we go out leave like a gold coin as a sacrifice. But Saren, I don't want to make it obvious.
All right, so yeah, you surreptitiously, you wait as everybody starts moving. You can just casually drop a couple of coins. That's easy enough to accomplish. And you guys, as you keep moving through the day, I need everyone to give me a Constitution save to see how you guys push on with your exhaustion.
Oh, jeez.
Guidance does not affect saves, does it?
Nope.
Ability.
Oof.
Okay. Already used that inspiration.
Holy shit!
Because of all the crits, it came back to haunt me.
Yeah, I
Wait.
did really well in the last ones too, and then did bad on this one.
Duma's on roll with just only 2.
All right. So with that, Ezekiel and Cassandra both take a point of exhaustion on this final stretch, because it has been a long day of, dashing across the tundra for the two of you.
Quick question, because it's kind of if we notice that they're tiring with, say, like a medicine check, can I get someone to help me pull the cart and give them a chance to rest to have advantage on the con save?
I mean, Duma's willing to help lend a hand pull it. One. I don't mind doing that.
I'm going to say no, because ask before you guys roll next time.
Okay, well, okay, yeah.
So with that, you guys reach an area where the sort of trees and scrub rocks meet what looks like a grade that rises above you. And, you are stopped, and Fulnor says, "Evermelt is at the top of this grade. If I were the tribe of the bear, I would have sentries waiting here. As we get closer, please be stealthy and quiet. I am going to take my men, and we will circle around onto the side. You go up this face, we will go up the other face. We will meet you at the top at Evermelt."
Will do.
And with that, I need you all to roll me a stealth check, please.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage, but with guidance.
18 at disadvantage.
Can I
14.
use up my 15 portent now, or
Try to use it.
But
Disadvantage for Duma.
you know what? I'm going to use my.
I don't think we're being stealthy at this point.
Why do you ask for a stealth roll?
Well, we are being stealthy because we want to start the fight later.
It's a group stealth check.
Yes, after we've killed sentries.
Can I have a guidance, Radigan?
I've already used it on myself, and I don't think I could split it.
Okay.
All right. With that, that is a group success. That is quite good. So you guys make it to the bottom of what you see is almost like gradiated steps. And again, with your passive perception of 16, Ezekiel, you can see there are what appear to be 4 tribal warrior members spread out across the top of the hill. But they do not appear to have spotted you guys yet, as you have the setting sun at your back.
How far away are they?
Each of those squares is about 5 feet, so you can see that the closest one is, probably 60 feet, and then there are a few more that are above them that are another 15 or 20 feet above. But you
All right.
guys definitely have the low ground.
I
Can I
would
get everyone
like.
to roll me initiative, please? Sorry, what would you like?
I would like to try and sneak a little bit closer and use suggestion on one of them.
All right.
I would first ask my companions if they think it's a good idea.
If you think you can get away with it, partner, and you get a guide.
Yeah, a little bit of help. All right. Are you
Lead,
all
Whether you
right with
suc-
this?
my friend,
whether you
lead
succeed or
does
fail.
not hide yourself very well in the snow.
Look,
I'm sure
I'm
he
kind
can
of
be stealthy.
I'm kind of sold on this concept at this point of being absurd. But yeah, I'm gonna try and sneak up within 30 feet of the particular individual.
The great
All right.
Ezekiel is so flashy, he should be a light up hockey puck in an American hockey game.
So yeah,
So like,
you think
just on the edge of that rock cluster.
Yeah, just at the edge of that rock cluster. So give me a stealth check as you try and move out of your current cover and head
Right,
towards.
disadvantage plus a D.
Holy
Oh,
smoke.
come on!
Go red.
Yeah,
I like to think that prayer gave me something.
as the bright red sun sets behind you, your red form is easily able to move up to the edge of this rock cluster.
All right.
And the rest of you are actually quite shocked at how quietly and silently he moved across the snow.
I whispered to Doom, I can't believe that worked.
And I'm going to cast suggestion on this individual, sort of trying to be quiet enough that they hear me, but the people, 15, 20 feet behind them don't.
I will ask for a performance check for that.
Okay.
Because you are fighting a wind, and you're trying to stage whisper to a specific person.
10.
All right. That matches their passive perception. So, what do you suggest?
I suggest lead your companions. Actually, what I'm going to suggest is that they go to the top of Kelvin's cairn and sit there for the rest of the.
All right. Wisdom save?
Is indeed.
You see their head shake and no effect. And then you do hear one of the other tribespeople from behind just say, "What was that?" And with that, I'll have everybody roll initiative.
It was a valiant attempt.
It was.
Sure was.
Sneaky red man is good.
So your turret will go on your turn, Radigan?
Yeah, and I do have to do an action to take it out, and it lasts 10 minutes. So I was placing it out as he was sneaking up. Unless you want me to spend the action at the start of the.
No. I would assume you would have. You would know this is coming, so it's something you would be able to prepare. And you all watch as Ezekiel, sort of stage whispers something, and you see that it doesn't seem to have any effect, and that is why right after that, it is your go.
Well, valiant attempt. Just sort of looking to see what I've got on me here. All right. Radigan is going to bonus action cast arcane weapon on himself to give himself a nice, let's call it poison damage. And then he is going to shuffle up to beside the Great Ezekiel, pop up above the bushes, and shoot this guy with a crossbow.
All right. That hits. And yeah, you hear just a sort of shout of, surprise and anger as, your bow or your crossbow bolt streaks across and smashes into that person. Any other movement for you?
Nope, I think I'm good there.
All right. With that, Hengar, with a bellowing yell, is just going to charge all the way up to beside that creature with his full movement, brandishing his axe as he goes, but that is going to cost him. Cithrin.
Damn. You know what? I'm going to run up and back Hengar. Zoom.
Who has the +1 longsword, Cithrin or Duma?
I don't. I don't
I
have
don't
it.
have it.
Well, somebody must have it.
Either one of
I
you
have-
could.
And I'll keep my great axe. Thank you, though.
I think that was Duma's reasoning as well. So it might actually be in Regis's hand right now.
It's not a finesse weapon.
No, but nobody wanted it. All right, so that is your full movement and your action to dash to get up to there. And Cithrin, as you get up there, you realize that, you see there are spears that are placed in the ground, but as well, there is a large boulder in front of this tribal warrior that is ready to be rolled down the hill. Duma.
Whew, Duma. Well, for the town, how thick is this bush over here? Sorry.
It's pretty thick. It's it's low shrub, but it is fairly thick.
Okay, I'm gonna keep my head low, but I am going to go as far as I can, but towards that bush. At least give me some. I don't know if it'll give me any cover.
Yeah, it could give you half cover if you move up and sort of duck behind it.
And 30 would be, yeah, around that. Yeah, I think I'll move that far. I'm gonna go into dodge action.
Okay, yeah, you currently have no cover from where you are because you're at the edge of that small bush, but you go into dodge mode. Cassandra.
All right, I will call out. I will have Heidi help me. Oh wait, I can kind of, if I go like here, I can see that barbarian, right? Oh no, here's probably better. And then I'll firebolt that one. Aha!
Sorry, which one?
The one next to Hengar.
Oh, okay. The uninjured one. Yeah, your firebolt streaks up through the snow and just bursts, and you see the hide armor of this warrior catch fire. They immediately start to sort of pat it out.
All right. And then I will try and get behind some cover.
All right. Your best bet is either moving back, behind the stone there. So yeah, you are able to move back behind the stone and you're able to get some cover.
That's the end of my turn.
The Great Ezekiel.
Does it look like these boulders could get us on top of the rocks if they were rolled down the hill?
Yes.
Oh, great. Okay. The Great Ezekiel is going to take aim at this individual then with his short and fire a shot. 10.
Unfortunately, it bounces off of the boulder in front of her and just ricochets off into the wild.
And then he will bardically inspire Sithrin.
All right.
And
Oh,
then
thank you.
move away from his allies a little bit. So they're not... The same rock can't get both of them.
Okay, you move off into the open.
Inspiration is 1d8?
26.
1d6. Thank you.
Augustus.
Okay, so are these actual like lifts or is it a slope the whole way up?
It's generally a slope all the way up. This just shows that it is a gradiated slope.
Okay, so I'm gonna move about there. Well out of range of this rock if it comes coming down the hill. And I'm pretty sure I'm within 60 feet of that guy. I'm gonna measure. Yep, I'm gonna Sacred Flame that one by the rock.
Okay, they are already damaged. That is going to be a 17. That is enough to make the save. One. So they do not take the 1 damage.
Don't you do any of that rock and roll. And done.
All right. And with that, the warriors will go. This one up top here is going to move down to there and throw a spear at you, Ezekiel.
What did I do?
You moved into the range. However, that is a natural 1. So it gets thrown and the wind just picks it up and it just sails way over top of you. And you hear what sounds like a grunting curse. This one is going to not stutter over there. She's actually going to charge down and attempt to stab Hengar with her spear and swing it two-handed. That is going to be a hit, and she slices across Hengar's sort of chest and shoulders, and you see a little, stretch of blood just slightly appear across his skin, but he just laughs. This one here is then going to attack you, Sith.
Mhm.
That is going to be a 22 for 2 piercing damage.
Oof.
And this one is going to push her bolt. Radigan and Duma to give me dexterity saving throws, please.
Dex save. I got.
Yep, so you have advantage.
And still fail.
Who
All right.
throws a rock down a hill?
You guys both take 8 bludgeoning damage as this
Ow.
giant boulder covered in snow just crashes through the brushes and leaps over the rocks and smashes into both of you.
Ow.
Top of the round, Radigan.
Okay. I do not have a sentry on the field here. But I'm going to essentially... Oh, there we go.
Yeah, sorry, it was at the very end.
Yeah, fair enough. So I'm essentially going to walk it up to there. And from sort of behind cover there, I'm going to make sure that I'm a little bit forward of that. Actually, I'm going to move to behind the bush there. As my bonus action, the sentry is going to shoot at the one that just rolled a boulder over me with this.
And there is an almighty blast that comes from the turret, and this tribal warrior is smashed back into the rocks, and then just this limp form falls into the snow as it looks like most of its body was caved in from that impact.
Well, that was a mistake. And then I'll shoot this one because they're right next to me. Well, they're right within a nice smooth line, and nail them for 6 damage. I think.
Oh, indeed. Yeah. That one has already taken damage. That one also just gets blasted backwards and is quickly crushed. And Cithrin and Hengar, you can both see that like the chest and just caves in from this sort of force impact. And you can hear the sounds of bones sort of cracking and rending as the body falls to the ground.
Ugh.
That was my bonus. That was my regular, and I have moved. So yes.
Oh yeah, this turret's pretty darn tough. Hengar will swing away at the one in front of him.
And as you're yelling at it, Radigan, you swear you can hear it say something along the lines of, "Been a general for 15 years."
And Hengar unfortunately swings, but the tribal warrior is able to parry it off with her Cithrin. Oh, actually, he's going to move around to that way just to give Cithrin a better opening.
Yeah, I'm just gonna step right in and that one's dead.
Yes, that's
Okay,
the one above
got
you
it.
got blasted by the turret.
Perfect. Thought so. Bardic Inspiration, swinging with my great axe.
Oh, a 26 hits. And in one hit, you just cleave right through this tribal warrior, and she falls dead at your feet, just this arterial spray of blood. And you just hear almost a sort of clap from Hengar, and he's just like, yes, amazing.
I'm going to grin at him, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And yeah, I'm just going to glare at this one menacingly because I don't want to use my breath action just yet.
All right. Duma.
Well, everybody seems to be having fun taking everyone else down. What's the use of having Duma on the field?
Oh, trust me, there's lots more to come.
Okay,
You got a nice line there.
yeah, I mean, I could have charged in there, but the boulders and the unless I can.
I mean, based on his last action, I think he's going to go insane and attack one of us.
I didn't do that. You're making it sound as if I've done that before.
No, but you panicked with the dragon. That was basically the same thing.
Okay, when a dragon has you in a death grip by the tail, you'll also panic one day, and then you'll tell me if that's not worth panicking.
To
60.
quote that again, horse shit.
I prefer the term bullshit, but hey. Alright, so I'm gonna go into cover over here. Not really, it doesn't really count as cover. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Yeah, you
But-
start climbing up the slope and make it in behind the stones and bushes.
But still in dodge mode.
Okay. Cassandra.
All right, same as the first. All right, I'll attack the one next to Hengar again.
Oh no, the one next to Henry. These two are dead. The only one left is the one next to Cithrin over there.
I'm gonna attack that one then. With Heidi Cat negative helping me out.
Yeah, can just make it there. An 11, unfortunately, still fires just wide. It bounces off the stone in front of this tribal.
Boo! Alright.
The Great Ezekiel.
Will take out his short bow, or keep his short bow out and fire an arrow at this individual.
Roll your attack. That hits. Roll your damage.
5.
5 piercing. Yep, your arrow, you judge the wind a little better this time, and strikes her in the shoulder, and you hear a sort of cry, but she is still on her feet, but you definitely have drawn.
And then move here.
All right. Ezekiel moves up just to the rocks next to Heidi Cat. Augustus, you are up.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I was coughing there. Sorry. I'm going to double move to the top of the hill to make sure we're not going to have more people tossing rocks down on us. So
All right.
not quite the top of the hill. There.
All right, and you make it, and as you crest the hill, you can start to see steam and you feel warmth coming off of the land. And you can just see the top of a couple of what appear to be sort of tents, and there's obviously a fire burning as well. You can start to see some of the firelight that is glowing up in the.
All right, and then I guess end my action by just kind of hunkering down, so I'm just kind of my eyes are looking over it, so it's just the top of my head sticking up.
All right, give me a perception check.
Well, I thought you just gave me the perception. I was more just as that.
Oh, that's true.
Trying to be stealthy.
Oh, okay. Then roll me a stealth.
I'm fairly stealthy until I drop my cigarette and it sizzles.
Okay, yeah. And with that, the tribal warrior will finally raise the alarm and just sort of shriek, "Intruders!" And she will then turn and disengage and run this way. So she can make it up to there, and you can see she is starting to try and head back to the camp. Radigan.
Okay, so there's more people incoming.
You don't know if it's more people incoming or if she is retreating to the campsite where you know that Evermelt is on the other side,
Okay.
at the crest of this hill.
So Sentry's gonna move forward and fire another force ballista out.
Ready to roll out.
Got to move that gear up.
Delighted to, sir.
And then followed by this.
Absolutely.
That is just enough to hit, and you strike her in the back, and it blasts her forward into the snow, cutting off her cry of alarm.
Don't feel too good about that one, but we are here for business.
So with that, the 4 sentries out here are felled. Augustus, from where you are at the top of the incline, you can start to see movement in the camp, and you see more of these tribal warriors leaving the fire pit that they are kind of surrounding. And you also see stepping out of one of the larger tents a, hate to say it, but almost a bear of a man with a giant gleaming silver axe hefted over his shoulder. And that is where we will take a quick bathroom break and meet back up in a second.
Okie dokies.
Right.
Bareback.
I really want to hold that person.
Also,
Which person?
What, Cassandra?
Ah!
No, the big bear of a man.
This is going to be
gonna
a
hold
fun
close to
love
him.
triangle.
I see him.
Oh, I thought you said you wanted to walk up to him and
trapezoid.
just hold him.
Hold the person, yeah.
Yeah, just
You're
hold
gonna
him.
hold him and say, "It's okay.
It's okay.
You can
Hold the
forgive
person.
yourself." I'll be right back.
So first outing, arcane turret, rousing success.
You're rolling really high on the damage. Not as much that for last time, actually. The first time, though, Jesus.
What can I say?
Your character's overpowered?
I've come to that conclusion, I think.
I mean, level 3, 2d8, and you get to attack with your +1 weapon. It's a lot of damage.
My
Your +1 D10 or D10 weapon.
D10 weapon with an additional, I believe, D6 elemental damage.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of damage.
I'm going to try and keep you guys in the same initiative order, so I'll have to recreate it.
Well, if you just add us, we can all add our turns.
Yeah, that's what
We
I'm
can all
doing.
add
I'm just writing the numbers down.
You just scroll up and see them.
Yeah, but see, that way is work.
Yeah, but it's
And
work
I
for
don't.
us
I
instead
also
of-
don't know if everybody's here to do it.
I have done mine.
I mean, how do
My poor initiative roll of 5.
I get?
Wow, Nabil, if that's you, we can barely hear you. Or at least I can barely hear you.
Bill, come over here. You're way too far away.
Microphone closer to face.
Am I coming in clear now?
There you go.
There you go.
Alrighty, my Wi-Fi has been browning out for the past half hour.
Back.
The fireworks are in full force here right now.
Why? What's today?
It's just someday.
I think it's
Treason Day.
It's American Canada Day, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Why is it 3 days
Word.
late?
Because we do things better.
Yeah,
we wait
but
till we wait until Thursday to do it.
we got up early and had our
We had,
holiday on a Monday.
we had a long weekend out of it.
We're getting a long weekend out of it. We have a longer weekend out of it actually, because most people are taking Friday off.
Most people took
Yeah, but
Friday
that's not
and Monday off.
That's not a mandated.
No, it's not. I get to go in tomorrow, but
Get to.
we don't close for we don't
You
close.
have listen to Brendan's privilege. He gets to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, we don't close for 4th of July anyway.
Ooh.
What? Aren't you a Chinese restaurant?
Yeah.
Why would you?
Because it is a bank holiday. Like most places close, but like restaurants stay open. It's very annoying.
Yeah, but you see, bank holidays are for banks. Everybody else doesn't make enough money to take a holiday just cause.
Teachers do. Teachers get it off.
Yeah, but we overwork the shit out of them, so.
Remember, they had to deal with your ass for how many years?
Oh, Lord.
13.
Aren't you still in school?
I mean, I'm in college.
That's
They got a
cool.
break. They got a 6-year long break.
Oh, is Patrick back?
I never left.
Ooh. One thing I did forget when we were talking with the dwarves, if even one of them was familiar with my backstory, then probably give them a history check to see if they know about my terrible secret and backstory.
Hey, I'm the only one who's allowed to have a terrible secret and backstory.
No, that's not true.
I mean, they might even know my nickname.
They
I have
do
a secret
not.
too.
The dread figure known only throughout the North only as Mr. Ed.
Yeah, no, I'm Colgarlem's Folly.
That's too complicated. Mr. Ed is nice and simple.
I was just gonna call him Seabiscuit.
Isn't that racist?
It's a horse.
It's a horse.
It's a black horse, but it's still just a horse.
Oh, I didn't realize it was a black horse.
I think it's a brown horse, but
The photos are black and white, so it's kind of hard to tell.
For he shall be known as Hidalgo.
Well, no, don't you see? Before the invention of color photography, there were only black or white people. There were no in betweens.
Is everybody back?
Yes, before we
Chestnut.
embarrass ourselves on the internet live
Yes.
anymore.
Oh, it's Sire with Chestnut.
Oh yeah, by the way, we're still streaming, guys.
Yep. But my whole point about the racism was he's half a horse. So thus meant calling him a famous horse character.
Who would be half of something? I disagree.
I mean, I'll have something.
Well, by volume, I'm more horse than person.
You're more insect than a horse. You have like 6 appendages. Doesn't that make you an insect?
Yeah,
no,
that's weird.
That is weird.
He lacks a segmented exoskeleton.
He doesn't
I
have
do not
thorax.
think I should be able to do this either, and I will do the data pat in the top of my head while rubbing my stomach.
Witchcraft.
And thinking to yourself, I have 2 sets of ribs.
What stomach are you rubbing?
Holy shit, he does have 2 sets of ribs.
He
Wait,
does.
if I have a wife, where does her baby go?
No, we're not getting to this conversation again.
With
Can
that,
we
you
get
guys
back into the-
crest the
Thank
top
you.
of this hill and see the hot spring Evermelt, and you see there are a small group of tribal warriors here and this gigantic chieftain that has come out of his tent, and you hear the sound of a great battle off to the side as Fulnor is obviously fighting some other tribal members off on one of the sides of the hills, and this great tribal chief will look at all of you, and his mouth just kind of drops agape as he spies you, Duma, and he just says, "You, Bullman, I will wear your hide." And so, top of the round, Radigan.
Radigan will whip out a small oil can and grease that spot.
Sorry, grease
Right.
what?
Grease that
Oh,
spot.
grease that spot. All right, dexterity saving throw.
So that's a total grease fire now, right?
It's
I'm
not
hoping-
oil.
It's
You
not
s-
explicitly.
Yeah, no, he slips, and yeah, you see him fall to the ground with just a big "Hurrah!" And yeah, he smashes down hard on the ground.
And then Radigan will step out of the way as the force ballista fires and tries to knock this guy through wherever that is on my 13 to hit.
That is a hit, and so it does impact, and they are knocked back into and sort of partially collapsing the tent behind them. But they are they stagger back up to their feet.
Pull out a
Ah.
guitar and say, "I solve problems."
I solve practical problems.
Okay, with that, it is their turn. This one is going to race up to Cithrin. This one will go to Hengar. There. All right. So the one in front of you, Cithrin, is going to swing their spear.
Mhm.
That, however, is only a 14, so you are easily able to parry it off as you watch them race across the snow excitedly. The one in front of stabs him. He takes a little bit more damage. This one is going to throw their spear at you, Cassandra.
Wait, what?
Sharp stick.
Sharp stick flying in your direction. That is a 22. You take 4 piercing damage.
Oh, those brutes!
And this one is going to throw their spear at you, Radic.
I totally deserve this.
It is only a 12, though, so it hits the bushes in front of you and just slowly, makes its way through and then hits the edge of the ground. That is the end of their turn. Hengar is up. He will swing at the person in front of them. Does not connect. He's having a weak. Cithrin.
Alrighty. Shving. Ha 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 ha.
A critical hit. That is 12 damage. That is enough to take them down in one fell swing.
Off with your
Yeah,
head.
just the head just tumbles across the snow.
All right, and then let me just double check something. Oh, damn it, that's an action. Oh well.
I think Hangar just lost his breath.
Does anyone look like they're in trouble right now? I don't. It's not looking like it to me, but
The guy by the fire.
No, I mean
you guys
like
all
any
look pretty
comrades.
good right
Cool.
now.
Alright, so then
Hangar's
I
in a
will-
bit of trouble. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also got like you and Cassandra and the Great Ezekiel. Like nobody really needs me to like move in and help them out right this second. So I'm gonna move off to the big guy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I think I could stand there. I don't know. Is there enough room with the tent there?
Yeah, you're able to sidestep around the grease that's on the ground. So the tent is you could push it in.
Cool. All right. Yeah, and then that's me. Done.
All right, Duma.
Who was it that wanted to wear my skin as a hide?
The guy who's currently lying on the ground at Cithrin's feet.
Yeah, he looks he looks really intimidating. All right, so
He looks cold. He looks like he could use some time in that fire.
of course he does. That depends. Can I read? Oh wait, I can reach him. Wait, I would fall in the stone. No.
Can Duma slip and slide him? Like charge through the tent, jump onto the grease, slide on his belly, spear him with his horns.
Honestly, because I think he challenged me, and I am officially going to take him up on that challenge. Who's going to be wearing who? But first off, for Hangar, I'm going to take out this one as I'm walking by, making my way downtown, and yeah,
Axes flash as I'm homebound.
there we go.
That is a hit. Roll your damage. 10 slashing. Yeah, you almost absent-mindedly go, here, Hangar, and, slice across one-handed and damage that tribal warrior pretty badly. They are still on their feet, though. So you still have the rest of your movement?
If I move, it's going to be opportunity attack on me.
Yep.
But I don't know if I feel lucky. No, I'll just stay where I am.
Okay.
But also, the guy that I hit, the tribal warrior that I hit, they've been affected by my protectors. No, wait, sorry, I didn't. Sorry, cancel that. I forgot what I said.
Okay.
I had to be raging.
You have to be raging. Cassandra.
Okay, who is the bitch that shot me?
The one right in front of you.
I'm going to mind spike her.
Ooh.
I need to get my mind spike.
What's this from?
Xanathar.
Xanathar's Guide.
Ah.
It's the only offensive divinity spell.
DC 13 Wisdom.
Oof, that damage roll though.
I know.
That is an 8. They fail. They take 4 psychic damage.
Go to hell, lady.
As they were the one that was already shot by the turret, they are injured but still on their feet. But yeah, you see them sort of reel and stagger as you slice into their mind with your psychic powers.
I will duck behind this bush.
Okay. The Great Ezekiel.
All right. The Great Ezekiel is going to cast Fairy Fire in this 20-foot square here, hitting just them.
All right. 2 dexterity saves.
3.
Oh, yes. 3. I was considering the one by Duma already did. But they're not.
Yeah, but advantage help.
He kind of is.
If
but
all you need
whatever.
to do is hit, advantage helps.
That is, let's see, 2 successes and 1 failure. They
Ouch.
failed. They are now glowing. The other 2, that was a 7, a 13, and a 15.
My DC is only 13 still. All right.
Yeah.
And then the great Ezekiel is going to move here, so he's got a line of sight on this guy. And also, gonna bardically inspire, we'll say Duma.
All right.
Thank you.
Augustus.
All right, so kind of an odd question. With command, does it have to be an adjective?
Just a 1-word command.
So what I'm asking, I'm hoping I know the answer to this. If I said baptism to the one in front of me, and then started walking them towards the water, would that work? Because they have to follow the command to the best of their abilities. I'm going to
On their
baptize
turn.
them. Yeah.
Roll me a religion check to see if they would understand that term. You're not sure. You don't know a lot about them, but you do know they do have religious beliefs, so there's a possibility.
Okay, let's make it simple for right now, and we'll just say command swim, and that should
Is
be
this liquid water or
Yes,
frozen?
it's liquid. That is Evermelt. It's a hot spring. You can actually see it steaming.
Oh yeah, you told us that.
And if he gets out after, he should have disadvantage because he's going to start freezing really fast.
You say the word and you see this, sort of body that's poised with a spear in their hand just stop and turn around and look at the water. Any movement? Any bonus action?
Yeah, I'm going to move up. I'm not going to get right up in their face, so right about there.
All right. With that, their tribal leader is going to stand, and turning and seeing Cithrin, he will grin and just say, "Your leather will make a fine, fine prize." He will step out and then move towards you, and you see just his eyes glaze over and his tongue almost lolls out of his mouth as he raises his axe to swing at you as he comes charging towards you. That is going to be a 24 to hit for 13 slashing damage with his great axe as he brings it down across you.
Okay.
And as he does that, he will yell out, "Great Protector, come join the fight."
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, that
And
doesn't
you
sound
start
very
to-
good.
You start to see some of the hot spring water sort of splash and burble as a white head pops above the water as you start to see a polar bear emerge from the hot spring.
Ah, crap.
Well, it's
That-
a polar bear because it likes hot and cold.
And that takes us to the top of the round. Radic.
Oh,
Ah.
he looks fluffy. And
Polar.
yeah, Radigan will sort of climb up on top of this rock here. Bonus action to shoot at our lovely. Actually, you know what? Bonus action to finish this guy off because I don't trust him being that close to me. So
They are glowing, so your attack has advantage. That is wow. There is just
Goddamn.
a blood mist as the turret critically hits for 26 force damage.
Why is that bear red? Aren't they normally white?
Oh wow. Okay. All right. So this one's looking back towards the water and looking like they really want to swim. So Radic is just gonna sort of stand there and shoot this guy. uh
Love the blood meals.
yeah, he's gonna go ahead and shoot the leader, whatever his name was. I had it written down.
Although you haven't made the polar
Wolvig.
bear Coca-Cola red yet.
Now, their chief's name is Wolvig, which is interesting for the bear. So your turret doesn't currently have line of sight because of this tent.
Oh no! Sorry, the turret's the one that turned that guy into.
Oh yeah,
line red
you're going to
steel.
fire with your crossbow. That is a hit with a
Yeah.
20 for 13 damage. And as it strikes, you see his back sort of arch, but he does not seem to pay it much attention.
Okay.
As he is focused on the task at hand. Any movement?
No, but the crossbow's damage type immediately switches from poison to fire upon seeing this guy emerge.
All right. With that, it is the warriors. This one is going to move to there and then use the rest of their movement to start walking into the water. This one here is going to take a swing at you, Duma, as you just slashed it. That is only going to be a 13 to hit you, though, so you parry it away quite easily, and they are unable to do any damage.
Woot.
Hengar is actually going to hit for a couple of damage, so the tribal warrior takes a little bit more. But Cithrin, you are up, and you have this berserkering boss in front of you. You have advantage on the attack as they attacked you recklessly.
Inspiration.
Awesome. Motherfucker ain't turning me into no boost today.
That is a 23, and you give him 13 slashing right back.
And I'm going to action search.
Ooh,
And
nice.
do it again.
Another 23 for another 12. And at this point, you can start to see he is looking bloody, but he is still just in this mindless sort of rage. I mean, there is blood pouring down as you hack across his chest and his arms. And, you know, he is almost laughing maniacally, but he is looking pretty bloodied at this point.
All right, I'm going to stay here, but yeah, I'm looking pretty hurt, guys. I might go down in the next hit. Just heads up.
Oh, Scissorin, someone save her! Gus!
Nah.
You are coughing. Should I see you first?
Go, Scissorin!
I'll be fine, but we're both looking pretty hurt.
I think I can help you with him.
All right. With that, coming out of the water is the polar bear. Using their full movement, they're just going to be able to get to Gus. And
Oh, Mr. Pooh, it's nice to meet you again.
so it rears up and first of all comes at you with its claw. And that is only going to be a 14, which does not hit, but then it is going to try and lean into you, and that is a 22 for 11 piercing damage.
Oh.
And
that takes us to Duma.
Duma is just going to.
So you have a very wounded tribal warrior in front of you, a polar bear, and a pretty bloodied tribal leader fighting and facing off with Sith.
All right. Go into rage and adding that action. Take out the tribal warrior. Wow. Shit.
That is a miss, unfortunately. They are able to get their spear in, and seeing your swing coming, they're able to deflect it.
Dang.
Can't you hit him with the horns?
I
Just use his
can, but
to rage.
Okay.
yeah. So that's it pretty much for me.
All right. Cassandra.
All right, I'm going to mind spike the polar bear. And I'm going to mind spike the polar bear. And what was my other portent today? 1 second.
You have a 6 and a 15.
And he's okay, so I'm going to mind spike the polar bear, and he's going to get a 6.
All right, roll your damage.
Oh, I was about to ask for that 6.
Oh. It takes 10 psychic damage. So it releases, Gus's tasty head and just sort of shakes its own as it feels this racking pain splitting itself. Any movement? Any bonus action?
Gonna duck right back behind this bush. In fact, I think I'm gonna go a little further. Kill it! And save Sithrin!
The great Ezekiel.
All right, the great Ezekiel is going to try and hold this man.
All right, wisdom save. That is a 17.
All right, that is my other second level spell, resisted. And yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. Augustus.
Okay, so next question is, okay, so I gotta go back to command. One action. It's not concentration, right? No, it's not. Will it work on a bear?
I think it has to understand you.
It's trained by these people,
If it doesn't understand your language.
I mean, it was summoned by one of the characters, so it does understand.
That was actually what I was going for. If that's the case, then I want to use command. Otherwise, I'm disengaging.
You heard it being called in.
All right, then. Oh, this is either going to be a real success or I'm fucked. I'm going to look at the bear square in the eyes. Domesticate.
Oh.
It's already trained and domesticated.
Oh, it's not summoned?
No, it belongs here. It rolls a 17 anyway, so it resists. It just looks at you and just.
Yeah, I can't disengage, but I'm still going to run.
Oh, damn it.
All right. An 11. It does not hit you. You are able to get away as its mind is still being split by the mind spike spell.
Your smell was unbearable.
Gus, be nimble. Gus, be quick.
All right. With that, it is Volvig's turn. He is going to, again, just sort of slap himself where he's sort of bloodstained and rub this sort of blood across his face that he just, crazily looks at you and swings again. That is a critical hit
Oh, fuck me.
for 25 slashing damage.
I'm down.
And he will then point his axe towards you, Duma, and just say, "Bullman, I want your hide next."
As the player, I say get a room you too. But as Duma, it's like bring it.
Actually, no, he's dumb enough. He's going to try and run to you that way.
Doesn't he need to make a dex save?
Yeah, and he actually made it. So yeah, he runs through the grease. And let's see.
The grease is difficult terrain, though.
Yeah, that's why he's only able to get to about there. Top of the round, Radigan.
Fair enough. Radigan's gonna step back, drill the bear with the crossbow. Yes, 10.
Does not hit. Your hand is just shaking a little too much.
All right, and then the turret's gonna do something interesting. It's gonna walk up right in the middle, and
Kaboom, boom.
It's going to sort of emit a high-pitched squeal and then say, surprise, boom.
All right. It gets hit by the tribal warrior with an attack of opportunity. It takes 8 piercing damage.
Not enough to kill it.
Nope. All right. Dexterity saves coming up. Polar bear with a 9. Oof. A 9 and a 20.
So
and a critical hit for the tribal leader. So the bear takes 10 force damage, and the tribal leader takes 5.
And Radigan will just sort of step back.
And, both of them are looking sort of bloody and wounded and a little staggered as that forced bomb goes off. And then the tribal warrior will swing at Hengar. And
is there an explosion image here?
I feel like you missed an opportunity with. You could have done the portal turrets. I understand.
Cytherin, roll me a death saving throw, please.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Cytherin. Don't worry.
That is 1 failure. The polar bear is going to storm over here towards Mr. Radigan.
Sorry, tell me what he rolls.
25 for the first attack.
Okay, he hits that.
That is 10 slashing with his claws.
Ouch.
Yeah, that wasn't a critical. And coming in for a bite as he grabs you in his paws and pulls. That is a critical hit with a 27 for 14 piercing damage.
Oh, good night.
Duma. Sorry about that. Yeah, that was a 25 and then a nat 20.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was hoping to bust out a surprise spell, but unfortunately,
I was hoping to also do something, but
yeah, you could have canceled that crit if you were a little closer. You probably could have canceled the crit on Cytherin.
no, crit's gonna hit. I can reduce the roll.
Oh, right. I was sorry. For some reason, I thought
Crit's
you were
gonna crit.
Yeah, I thought you were a grave cleric for a second, which of course you're not. All right, Duma, you are up. This tribal warrior in front of you was just barely hanging on after Hengar struck her again.
Oh, it got.
There's a wounded polar bear and a wounded boss right in front of you that is calling you out.
I mean, I point to the boss. I'm coming for you, but as I say that, I try to look cool and swing my longsword and try to cut down the tribal warrior. Hope I don't look down foolish.
That is a critical hit from Duma.
Not foolish. Not foolish.
Yeah, you staring, daggers at this tribal leader just, murder his underling right in front of him.
How badly? Well, Radigan is down.
Radigan is down. Cytherin is down. Gus looks pretty badly hurt.
And Cassandra, how's she doing?
I'm doing good. Save the two that are KO'd.
Okay, I just walk
Cassandra's
up.
about to be eaten by a bear.
Oh, save
Okay.
me! I'm just a damsel in distress.
Sorry,
All
on her
right,
turn, this one is going to come charging back out of the water, but that's all she can do because she was
That's all she
swimming for one turn.
Yeah, I
All right.
figured.
Okay, I just walk up to this guy. Does he have a name? Or did he?
Wolfvig.
Volvic. Okay. I mean, I don't have any other action other.
You still have your bonus action because you raged previously.
I did rage. Okay, I'm just gonna strike with my horn and see. I can't push them away. That's another bonus action. All right, I'm gonna go with another longsword strike. That's wait, hold, D6.
Does he have advantage from reckless attack?
He does.
The other person's?
Yeah, so you hit on a 21.
Because he's reckless
Yeah, you have
attack.
advantage because he's reckless.
Oh wait, I did charge that up previously. Okay.
Yeah, well, you're raging, but he's recklessly attacking as well, which gives you advantage attacking him.
Okay, so it's 21.
The
Okay.
classic two barbarians fighting each other.
Yes.
All right, this 6.
All right, 6 slashing. So yeah, so you bring your blade down across and join some of the cuts. But I mean, you can see he is scarred up and down, and his, he is barely registering these hits, even though he looks very badly injured at this point. Taking us to Cassandra. You have a wounded bear in front of you.
Okay, so he doesn't have reach, right? I'm just like I can attack then run.
Yeah, you haven't seen him attack anybody that hasn't been right now.
All right, magic missile to the face, motherfucker!
Ooh, roll your d4.
Wrong one.
Wait, that was a dagger.
It's technically a missile if you throw it.
So that is
it's not magic.
That is a total of 15 damage, which, yeah, you can see the bear, try and get its paws up as these force darts sort of burst into it, and you see its flesh rippling and its fur going. It is very badly hurt, but it is still standing.
All right, and I'm gonna run, and Heidi's gonna run, and Heidi is going to give, I guess Duma. Oh wait, no, the barbarian's already raging.
Yeah. If the Tressrim buzzed the bear, then Gus might be able to get advantage.
Gus, advantage!
Now, do Tressrims have flyby?
Yeah, they can fly.
No, but
They
do
do
they
not.
have flyby? They do not. So the bear is going to take an attack of opportunity.
That's why everyone picks owls, because owls have flyby.
But that is only a 9 to hit, so misses the Tressrim as it is still reeling from the force.
Oh no, Heidi butt!
No, she's fine. But it was close. The Great Ezekiel.
All right, bonus action, healing word on Sithrin.
Thank you.
She lives.
6 health.
Augustus, you have a very badly hurt... Sorry, any
Wait.
movement? Any bonus action?
Yes, movement. I'm going to move here, just to be closer. And I don't have any offensive cantrips to use as an action, so that's it. Oh, wait, short bow. I will short bow at the bear.
Okay, roll your attack.
23.
That is a hit. 5 piercing.
That'll be it.
That is enough to bring the bear down as the Great Ezekiel heals and kills in the same turn. Yeah, your arrow strikes, true right in the chest of the bear as it is rearing up and trying to strike Heidi Cat the Tressrim, and it falls to the ground, just missing Radigan as it collapses with its great weight.
Oh, we got 500 pounds of bear meat. Oh, don't eat the liver. FYI.
Help Radigan. I will help deal with this brute.
Augustus, Radigan is down in front of you. This tribal warrior seems to have you and murder in her eyes as she charges.
Yeah, so I'm gonna move there. I'm gonna use Cure Wounds. Gonna roll it. Nice.
Nice.
And I will use the remainder to go there and walk away. The swim was the worst part. If you get into a fire now, you will not freeze to death.
Persuasion check. Or is that intimidation?
I
Whichever's
honestly
higher.
don't want them to freeze to death.
Then persuasion. You see nothing but coldness in the eyes.
It's already started. I am done.
All right. Recklessly attacking you, Duma. That is a 19 for 15 slashing damage.
Half, since I'm raging.
Yes, half because you are raging.
19. I am going
19.
to cutting words that.
Ooh.
I'm waiting for an opportunity. So D6,
Need to roll more than
Oh, wait,
one.
I get.
1.
Oh, that is an 18. Still hits.
God
So
dang
you take 7 slashing damage.
7!
It was
Yep.
your first time. It's okay.
Yes,
is just-
you're also ugly. But wait.
Yeah, you see that, I mean, he is frothing at the mouth. His eyes are rolling. He just obviously wasn't paying terribly much attention to anything else than what is in front of him.
You have terrible fashion sense.
I think Duma's going to win because that's how he looks when he's eating his hay.
Radigan, you are prone on the ground. There is a giant dead bear beside.
Whew. Looks like we're gonna have ourselves some dinner tonight. So I'm gonna step up, stand up, brush the snow off my hat. Step the 15 feet I have remaining, I think, after getting up
Yep.
from prone, and then I'm just gonna sort of one-handedly shoot this person right here.
A 9 misses, unfortunately.
Ah, well, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Now as far as bonus actions, I don't really have anything left for that. I don't think any of my cantrips are bonus action. Yep, that's it.
Okay. With hatred in her eye, Gus, she will. Well,
She wants to dance?
apparently, she will, and she rolled an 18 for her con save, so she is not disadvantaged. She just comes streaming towards you and swings her spear to.
I didn't hear the roll. You cut out.
I didn't say the roll. It is only a 12. It just glances off of your armor. She is not able to get through your defenses.
The last thing she sees, at the end of her turn, is my sad eyes beckoning her to save herself or their self. I think it's a female token, and I'm just kind of assumed.
It is.
Gus vanished. Rip.
I am with Moradin now. Do not fret. Rejoice
Oh,
for
thank
me.
God he's gone. Oh my God, the French accent. Oh no, hi Gus, how's it going?
Hengar will just move behind here and cheer you on, Duma, and just say, put him down. Cytherin.
Okay. My second wind is what? Bonus
D10.
action, right? Yes, perfect.
D10 plus fighter level.
Yeah, I was couldn't remember if it was a bonus action or not. And then beep.
You moving
All
your
right.
turret away there?
Oh, you actually wanted that to
5,
be there.
10, 15, 20. And then
Just
I'm
getting it out of
going
the way.
to boop.
I think it disappears after it dies. It doesn't actually stay as like scrap on the battlefield.
Which is a shame
That
because he could
is
pick it up
a
for metal.
hit for 6 slashing damage. as you come in and slice down with your great axe across his back. And yeah, he sort of shrieks in pain and just says, "Honorless."
Make sure I'm dead next time before you walk away.
All right. With that, Duma.
Duma looks at Slytherin, and while he gives a look of approval, he just says, "This is a battle between us. Do not interfere." And I look back at Volvic, and then I bring down the sword. Brian's
That
still
is a
raging.
hit. Yep, you're
Ooh,
still
thank
raging.
God.
7 damage. He is still on his feet, and he will just sort of turn and look at you. The dragon has done more damage to me. Any movement? Any bonus action?
Only bonus is ancestral protect. While I raged, now disadvantage on everyone except me.
All right. Cassandra.
Okay.
So there's a tribal warrior here, and the tribal leader, Wolvig.
I am going to use another magic missile
On.
the leader.
Okay. That is going to take. He's already down.
All right, I'm going to
So
switch the other two.
You can send the rest. Well, no, the first one took him down. He only had 5 health left.
All right, the
Oh, it
rest.
was one shy.
14.
One shy.
14 then can go to the other one.
That is going to kill both of them as you place your fingers and spread them, and the first one strikes Wolvig and blasts him off his feet, and the other ones then immediately just sort of take a 90-degree turn and strike into the other one that is swinging upon Augustus. And just as the 3 strike, they are sort of reeled back, the water splashing off them as they fall into the snow.
Yay!
And with that, the battlefield turns quiet. You hear the sounds of people running in the distance, and you see Fulnor and about half of their troops come marching up to the edge of the water and looking you and just nod quietly. And she turns to Hengar and the rest of you and she says, "Our people are under the water. The Ice Witch is down there." And that is where we're going to leave it for tonight.
Oh, God.
Oh, come on.
Looks like we're going swimming, guys.
Yeah, to fight a god, I'm good.
It's a
Wait,
She's
superstition.
not a god.
We're only level 3.
No, she is a superstition. She has not the power of Moradin.
All right, before we
I
get
thought she
into
was a
that,
snowman.
I would like to thank everyone for watching today. I would like to thank Cam Phoenix and ZLT for chatting in the chat, along with did you Mind Flayer Infill? They're new. Welcome. I don't think we and Eraser TX as well. And then I would also like to thank Angel of Light, Cash Bear, Commander Rude, Electrical Longboard, Fierwer, Lurks, Mac, Polize, Shift Mize 5, Taid, VNK, and Virgo Pros. Thank you all for watching. Catch us this Sunday for the next chapter of Embers of the Last War. See you then. Bye-bye.
Thank you for
Ciao.
watching.